Hi friends, how are you today? I hope all is well with you and your dear ones. Today I continued painting on the chameleon, and I also thought that when I will paint some creature or a plant or a flower or an insect, I thought that I will try to read as much information as I can find online about the things that I'm painting. So I would like to just read a few facts about the chameleons. Okay, so I have a page here. The title says 7 colorful facts you might not know about chameleons. There are more than 200 chameleon species. There are 202 species of chameleons, as well as an additional 23 subspecies according to the taxonomic checklist of chameleons, published in 2015 in the journal Vertebrate Zoology. Chameleons come in a wide range of sizes. One of the largest chameleons is the Parsons chameleon, found only on the eastern side of Madagascar. It can grow more than 2 feet long. They use their toes and tails to get around. Chameleons rely on their toes and tails to help them navigate the trees and bushes where they live. Like most lizards, chameleons have 5 toes, but chameleons have theirs spaced differently. On their front feet, the 2 outside toes are in one configuration with the 3 inside toes in another group. Chameleons don't change colors to camouflage themselves. It's a common misconception that chameleons change colors in order to blend in with their backgrounds. A chameleon's natural coloring already blends very well with its natural habitat. Most chameleons are already the colors of leaves, bark, branches, or sand. Instead, research suggests they change color because of their mood and social interactions. Males will turn bright colors to try to impress females during courtship or to warn off other males in a display of aggression. They have panoramic vision. Chameleons' eyes are unique among reptiles. They have scaly cone-shaped eyelids with very small round openings for their pupils. Chameleons can rotate each eye separately to focus on 2 different things at once. It's long been believed that their eyes work independently, so chameleons have a panoramic view of the environment around them. They have sticky, speedy tongues. A chameleon's tongue is about twice as long as its body. When it sees an insect that looks like a tasty meal, the chameleon unfurls its sticky tongue with super speed that the insect is utterly caught off guard as it's captured. Some chameleons are endangered. The Kaluma tarzan and the bizarre-nosed chameleon in Madagascar are both critically endangered due to the threats like mining, logging, and agricultural use of land. The tiger chameleon in the Seychelles, the giant East Usambara blade-horn chameleon in Tanzania, and Decaris leaf chameleon in Madagascar are also endangered. Are chameleons intelligent? Chameleons are intelligent. One thing going for you is that chameleons are quite intelligent as far as recognizing humans and the passage of time. Your chameleon will get to know you by sight, and you will notice behavior changing when another person walks into the room. What are chameleons scared of? One thing chameleons hate is surprise. So another component to security is to make sure their cage is not placed where they can't see you coming. If you have a hybrid cage which has opaque sides, have the cage face the door so your chameleon can see you coming a long ways off. What does it mean when a chameleon opens its mouth at you? It means an open mouth can mean anything from a fight response to a serious and deadly medical condition. Chameleons like hot environment. 59 unique species of chameleon live on the island of Madagascar and are found nowhere else. This is over a quarter of the world's 202 species. This might not come as a surprise to those who know that 90% of the wildlife found on Madagascar is found nowhere else on Earth. Aside from these, chameleons like to live in warm tropical regions. Don't we all? You can find them predominantly on the mainland of sub-Saharan Africa. Most chameleons eat on things you wouldn't want to find on your dinner plate. The majority of chameleons survive by eating insects, and some complement this diet by feeding on foliage and fruits. Some larger species eat up to 50 large crickets every day. Others may be a little more carnivorous and feast on small birds and even other smaller chameleons. So while it might be useful having a tongue that can shoot out and grab cookies, you probably wouldn't want to use it to eat a chameleon's diet. Chameleons are tree huggers. Most chameleons like to set up camp in trees and as such are highly developed to traverse trunks and branches. Like most animals, male and female chameleons look differently. Though not particularly social animals, males usually have horns and spikes, while females don't. Not just for show though, these bodily decorations are used when a male has to protect its territory from another chameleon, and some of the spikes can help them blend into their environment. Chameleons take a while to hatch and don't live very long. Most female chameleons dig a hole to lay their eggs in, and the fetuses develop in the egg. These eggs can take anywhere between 4 to 12 months to hatch, with baby chameleons looking like smaller versions of adult chameleons. Some eggs from the Parsons chameleon can take as long as 24 months to hatch. The number of eggs depends on the species and can range from just 2 or 3 to as many as 200. Generally, chameleons don't live very long, some for up to 10 years in captivity, with some dying after as few as 2 years. Most will live longer in the wild, though perhaps not by very much. Poor chameleons. I'll read a few facts about butterflies. Interesting facts about butterflies. Butterflies. All right. 10 fascinating facts about butterflies. What do we want to know about butterflies? Alright, butterfly wings display beautiful patterns and colors that do not come from pigments like those in other animals. Instead, they are the result of optical phenomena known as iridescence and structural coloration. Butterflies taste with their feet. Butterflies have taste receptors on their feet, allowing them to taste food sources by standing on them. This helps them determine whether a plant is suitable for laying eggs or for feeding. Complex life cycle. Butterflies undergo a complete metamorphosis, transitioning through 4 distinct stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult butterfly. This transition process is fascinating to observe and study. Butterfly diversity. Different types of butterflies live in various habitats worldwide, such as rainforests and deserts. Butterflies are highly sensitive to environmental changes, making them important indicators of ecosystem health. Conservation efforts aimed at preserving butterfly habitats benefit not only butterflies but also other species with their ecosystems. Some butterfly species engage in remarkable long-distance migrations. Monarch butterflies fly thousands of miles from North America to Mexico for the winter. They rely on an internal compass and the position of the sun to navigate this incredible journey. Butterflies live for a short time as adults, usually a few days to a few weeks. Their lifespan overall can be different depending on the type of butterfly. Some species live for only a few weeks, while others, like the morning cloak butterfly, can live for up to 11 months. Butterflies are important pollinators and play a vital role in plant reproduction. As they drink nectar from flowers, they move pollen between flowers, helping with fertilize them. Their long proboscis, a tubular feeding organ, allows them to reach deep into the flower blossoms to access nectar. Butterflies are not only symbols of beauty but also possess incredible adaptations and behaviors. Butterflies are fascinating creatures with shiny wings, changing life stages, long journeys, different lifespans, and important role in pollination. They're interesting to observe in nature. What special abilities do butterflies have? The key is their ability to tell time and track the position of the sun. The timekeeping cells are in their antenna, and butterfly eyes can follow the sun's location with good accuracy. That tracking lets the butterfly's brain know where to turn to find its genetically programmed destination. What does a butterfly symbolize? The spiritual meaning of the butterfly encompasses transformation, rebirth, and personal growth. Does a butterfly sleep? Butterflies are active during the day, so at night they can find a hiding place and go to sleep. In the same way, moths are active at night, and during the day, moths hide and rest. Animals that sleep during the night, like most butterflies, are diurnal. Animals that sleep during the day, like most moths, are nocturnal. What does butterfly love the most? In general, members of the aster, mint, rose, milkweed, and vervain families are pollinator favorites because they offer flower heads where butterflies can sit and tiny flowers close together for maximum nectar access. What is the best quote for butterfly? If you smile when you see a butterfly, you have happiness in your soul. Or, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. The butterfly counts not months but moments and has time enough. Beauty is where the beheld butterfly disappears from sight. Butterflies are like angel kisses sent from heaven by Malia Kirk. Don't wait for your wings, fight for them. Quote by Gayatri Pardeshi. The wings of transformation are born of patience and struggle. A quote by Janet Dickens. We are but small butterflies in the garden of life, a quote by Karsten D. Roach. The caterpillar does all the work, but the butterfly gets all the publicity, a quote by George Carlin. Butterflies are nature's angels. They remind us what a gift it is to be alive, a quote by Robin Nola. When the spirit of nature touches us, our hearts turn into a butterfly, a quote by Mehmet Murat Ildan. Fighting has taught me that the caterpillar takes a while to turn into a majestic butterfly, a quote by J.C. Taylor. Although the butterfly and the caterpillar are completely different, they are one and the same, a quote by Kendrick Lamar. Butterflies are God's confetti thrown upon the earth in celebration of His love. A quote by K. D'Angelo. Happiness is a butterfly, which when pursued is always just beyond your grasp, but which, if you will sit down quietly, may alight upon you. A quote by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Just as the bird sings or the butterfly soars because it is his natural characteristic, so the artist works. A quote by Alma Gluck. The mark of your ignorance is the depth of your belief in injustice and tragedy. When the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls the butterfly. A quote by Richard Bach. His talent was as natural as the pattern that was made by the dust on the butterfly's wings. At one time, he understood it no more than the butterfly did, and he did not know when it was brushed or marred. Everyone is like a butterfly. They start out ugly and awkward, then morph into beautiful, graceful butterflies that everyone loves. A quote by Drew Barrymore. As with the butterfly, adversity is necessary to build character in people. A quote by Joseph Wirthlin. I don't really go out partying, but I'm definitely a social butterfly. A quote by Eliza Doolittle. This magnificent butterfly finds a little heap of dirt and sits still on it, but man will never on his heap of mud keep still. A quote by Joseph Conrad. When a small child, I thought that success spelled happiness. I was wrong. Happiness is like a butterfly which appears and delights us for one brief moment, but soon flits away. A quote by Anna Pavlova. I mean, everything that is upon this earth, even from a worm or a caterpillar that blossoms into a butterfly, you know, these things are just amazing. A quote by Little B. Life seeks life and loves life. The opening of a catkin of a willow, in the flight of the butterfly, in the chirping of a tree toad, or the sweep of an eagle, my life loves to see how others live, exults in their joy, and so far is partner in their great concern. Quote by Edward Everett Hale.